Base camp for going into Sasquatch Canyon, Yellowstone Canyon, Bear Wallow. He's helping me look for Squatch evidence back here. It's come out of Sasquatch Canyon. I always surround myself with the best outdoorsmen when I go squatching. Squatch is gonna make me my girlfriend. I need people like this to drag me off the mountain. Going into the bear cave location, that's usually where the Bigfoot behavior picks up.
Interesting. This is lamb's ear. It's indigenous around here.
If you guys watching this, the coloration's weird is because it's dusk and we're in the shadow and I got the infrared on the camera on. That's why the color's not right.
It grows around in these areas, and if you ever get stinging nettle on you, use lamb's ear to rub over any part that you've had with the stinging nettle.
So if I don't have toilet paper on me, that's what I'm looking for. That's the only leaf that I trust.
And that's lamb's ear. Not all of it's frozen yet, but it's close to. But that stuff's ideal. What's interesting is oftentimes where you find stinging nettle, you'll usually find lamb's ear grown close to it. They call it lamb's ear because if you look at those, they look just like a little lamb's ear. It's soft as a lamb's ear. It's awesome.
Heck yeah. At this point, this is a bottleneck and we have no choice but to walk inside the walk.
Where did you set that game cam last night?
You and Jenny sat it, but I remember where you sat it. It's probably past this pine tree right here.
It's been knocked over for so long. Look at it's growing its own trees upward off of its branch.
Oh look, yeah. The redwoods do this.
Yeah.
It must have enough root in the ground that it keeps growing. Its branches are turning into little trees. Look at the snow in the Rocky Mountains.
This ain't bad. I'm telling you, this is...
You hike around, you warm up. I know before me and you started up here, I was like, oh my gosh, it's cold. Yeah, we really want to get back up in there where you've been glassing.
That's a good vantage point. If a Bigfoot wanted to, it could heave a rock right there and crush your head, dude.
Oh yeah, there's no question in my mind. If Bigfoot wanted to harm you, he would. They're very shy animals. For, you know, they have the ability to take you out.
Hard to kill you.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see some elk. We should probably be quiet.
It's just after dark. We got the infrared camera on with the half a moon weekend. Just want to show you guys where Mike's glassing. Everybody likes this spot. Brody and I, a couple of months ago, we were filming a very big bear footprint right here where Mike's standing, and something chucked 2 bowling-sized large rocks, not at us, but near us, near enough that it was sending a message, probably trying to scare us. Okay, this is the rock stack place. A Bigfoot come down this hillside and followed us 2 weeks ago. You don't see the tracks now, but they were here a couple weeks ago. There's snow now, but look.
Our tracks from last night.
Look, it did the snap-offs here. That's about 7 feet up. Do you mind standing under there so I can show people how high that is? Okay, Mike's under these snap-offs. I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's 3. We filmed 5 footprints that walked right along here and up by this creek and made a rock stack. Whatever made the 19-inch footprints that come up to this rock stack and made this new rock stack right next to the one we made. And the reason we made this rock stack, there's always rock stacks, you know, and you see a rock stack like this, you know, people could make these. I'm just gonna say it for shits and giggles. Brody and Jenny built this, and on our way back we noticed right away that something had made a rock stack right next to ours, like 10 feet away. Ooh, this is slippery. I'm on ice. As soon as we saw that, we started looking for footprints and we found a trackway. And we even casted one of it. Come from up there is where Brody backtracked it. We first went down the creek thinking it followed us, you know, up the creek, and it didn't. But these are the freshest big footprints I've ever seen in my life. We're within an hour or 2 old. After it made this rock stack next to ours, Derek left 2 big old handful of almonds here. We usually don't gift, but this was a special circumstance. He left a bunch of almonds here. It walked this way and then up this mountainside. And during the day when we passed this area, we could hear ourselves being followed and mostly paralleled up on this mountainside over here, and several times we could smell it, a skunky, rank BO smell. I want to leave the camera till we hike out of here in case something follows us like the last time. There's the game cam. So hopefully if something follows us this time, we'll get it. We put that up last night, and that was part of the strategy. Hopefully last night it didn't see us set it up. If we set it up now and it's watching us and follows us, blah, 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 it knows it's there, whatever. It's kind of like a chess game, trying to capture a Bigfoot on a game camera, because I think they can see the infrared triggers. It's getting dark fast. They're standing right where we found an 11-inch footprint. We call this the first waterfall, and we also call it the bear cave area because there's a cave right in behind that thick of stuff right there next to the waterfall. Brody and Jenny have both seen black shapes run from tree to tree here. We just had an assumption maybe a black bear caves up here sometimes. Mike crawled into that cave last night. A lot braver than I am. I'm not crawling into bear cave at night.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you only live once.
They don't want to eat you.
There's a creature back here that needs water, which is all of them. They can get it here.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of water.
And there's food back here. There's 7 different types of berries. There's acorns. There's elk, moose, deer, rabbit, squirrel, you name it. It's back here.
Mountain goats that even love this.
Oh yeah, there's we've seen bighorn sheep back here.
Yeah. This is serious rocky ledge, that's for sure.
I'd really like to see some fresh Bigfoot prints in the snow. There's some snow up here. I know you can't see it right now on the trail. Here's the pine tree that got pushed over the first day of the elk hunt. Or, excuse me, fell over. We don't know what happened. Perhaps it got pushed over. Perhaps it fell over. Day before the elk hunt opened up, the rifle hunt. Then we come up the day that the hunt opened and the trees laying across the trail. So, whatever. Bigfoot area. Wasn't a storm, no wind, and all of a sudden the tree is across the trail. Is that a message to tell elk hunters to stay the hell out? Beautiful. I got the camera on infrared. I also have an infrared spotlight. Mike and I can't see it. The human eye can't see this infrared spectrum. It lights it up for you guys in the camera. When I turn that on in a little while, just to let you guys know it's not doing Mike and I any good. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we got a half a moon.
Probably would in your infrared, right?
I don't know, let me change it to the other. This is out of the infrared, you guys. This is normal. There's Mike's hand.
Why isn't it glowing?
Because I don't have the infrared on. Oh. Want me to turn it back on? I was just hoping that they could see that moon up there. I'm not seeing the moon through the viewfinder. Oh yeah, I'm picking it out now. Okay, infrared. Okay, we did not hike past here last night, so any footprints here are not ours. Mike's on some deer prints. You know, I forgot my mace, so you're our only protection. They have to eat my camera before they eat me. After that, I'm toast, so you better load them up. Let's walk back on the fresh snow and see if anything's walked through it.
Yeah, good idea.
There's plenty of game up here. Ooh, it's gonna get slippery. We're walking on straight ice now.
See if this one will take a knife one.
And I just turned on the infrared spotlight. We can't see this spotlight, it's invisible to us, but the camera can. It's gotten dark enough that we're gonna have to spotlight our way. We're in here looking for footprints and Bigfoot activity. There's the moon, folks.
Cool.
Looking through the lens, it looks like a full moon, but it's actually a half a moon with the naked eye. I'll turn the infrared off. Maybe it'll, that's what it looks like out here without infrared, folks. And I do have a headlamp on. We'll turn the infrared back on. There's the difference.
Did you hear that?
What'd you hear?
It sounded almost like a gunshot, but it was rocks going against each other.
Oh, a rock clack. Yes, Mike just heard a rock clack. There's a structure up there, by the way. The direction that Mike heard the rocks clacking is the closest structure. Don't know what structures mean, why they're made. Oh, I heard it again. I just heard one this way. It's like they're clacking back and forth.
Shut that light off for a second.
I'm gonna turn my headlamp off, but I'm gonna leave the infrared on.
Why am I still seeing? Oh,
Suspect Bigfoot activity, rock clacking. And I'm gonna point back up the direction that we heard the first rock clacks. Up this way.
You alright?
I just stumbled a little bit over that big old boulder. Can't see. The camera can see just fine because we're in the infrared. I'm turning my headlamp on, dude. I just about took a spill because I can't see where I'm going.
You've got your head coming up here a little. Something on 2 feet right there.
Cool, we might be onto something.
But they've been here a while. You can see that they've been even blown over. On the side of them, then you can keep watching them.
Okay. Yeah, these are old. These are like right after it snowed. Did you hear that up there? I think something's paralleling us up on that mountainside where you heard the rock clacks. I just heard something moving up there. I'm gonna pan around with the infrared camera. Maybe it'll see what we can't see. I know, but even though it's the infrared spectrum, normal light also helps. I'm not turning my headlamp off. I already about killed myself on that boulder below. I want to see where these tracks go. You know, this is a pretty good stride. I'm following the stride and I'm having to stretch out. It's quite a stretch for me to keep up with this bipedal creature. This is a real creepy area here. We've smelt it here before, dude. There's a freshwater spring here, by the way. We think they come out of the land of the giants and the Bigfoot Highway and drink right here. We're following footprints bipedal in the snow. They're so old and dilapidated we don't know what it is. But it's definitely moving with 2 feet. And we're hearing some type of a vocalization, so I turned the camera on. That direction we heard a vocalization.
turn that off.
What the hell? Did you hear that, Mike?
I did.
Something threw something at us over this direction. We have no lights. This is infrared from the camera. We're total blackout. Did you hear that? I heard something in the same direction you heard the vocalization. There's something back there.
Like this way.
Yeah. I keep hearing something over there.
That's a steep hillside.
It's steep where we're at right now. I need to turn my headlamp on. I cannot make it out of here safely without it. Okay, my headlamp's on. We're gonna start heading back slowly. Hopefully we can get to hear some more vocalizations that we just heard.
It's been done through a different way though. Instead of chopping, they put something in the bark that controls its growth.
I'm sure they did to make it last longer. You know, they were planning on coming back several years later if they were going to do that. Must have found something interesting back here. Sounds like a prospecting. This is the part of the woods that we often smell the sewer stench. It's like a skunky body odor smell. And right up there's where you heard the rock clacks, Mike.
Yeah.
We've measured 7 different lengths of footprints back here, so we know there could be at least 7 individuals that use this area.
Those tops are all the lambs here that have gone to seed.
Right here is a place that we filmed some big footprints coming down. There were some footprints that were running down this mountainside. Whoa. Did you hear that? Mike smells it. Oh my, listen. That's those whelping noises. The creatures that surrounded us 2 weeks ago were making those noises, Mike. I smell something too. And we're just leaving the bear cave and we could smell something back there behind us. We also heard rock clacks earlier and some whoops and whelps. I don't know if that was an echo of us cracking a rock or if something just cracked a rock, but did you hear it? Off to our right.
I think so.
Same direction we heard it the last time.
Seemed like we came right through there. Yep, there's our track.
Yep. Mike's backtracking our tracks out of here in the snow.